oftentimes I think within the class we focus a lot on the numeracy and the literacy and those types of things, but we kind of neglect the play side and the active learning and what the children can learn from that, especially how it can build their resilience and just help them to deal with everyday situations and with less of our input. Instead of them always come to us to deal with everything, that they can actually learn those skills themselves through play. We definitely saw evidence of resilience being built up. There are some children who you might be described as having anxiety-based school avoidance and those types of things, where they really feared coming back into school after COVID because they struggled to deal with their emotions, and yet through the activities that we did and the training that we did, you saw many of them sort of coming out of their shells, not instantly, it was over a long time throughout the year, but certainly those opportunities helped them, and even we had an emotional tool kit that they had, which was good, the wee toys and different things that they had, and they made squidgy toys as well, and yeah, those really helped them just to deal with their emotions, and you could definitely see the change that that made in them.
From working in P2, you know, where there maybe wasn't as much time for play, I've then gone into P1 and realised the importance of it. You know, the children get to learn to be independent. They get learn to make their own choices, their own decisions, learn about taking risks. It's okay to have a go. You see them building up all the resilience of risk taking and how much of a learning journey that is for them.
One of the biggest changes in their regulation of their emotions was when they play, not so much in the classroom, but when they play outside with each other, they were able to sort of think about the information that they've been given and the discussions we had with Aidan and Laura, and they were able to manage their emotions a lot better in other play scenarios. In the classroom, they definitely work better in groups together, but it was definitely a huge benefit in other aspects of play in their day. For me, responding to their emotions, it's all about giving them time to process, and they need the time to think about their emotions and to come down to a stage where they're able to speak about their emotions. They need to just have the time and the space, and that's something that Aidan and Laura had said, was that, you know, sometimes when they're in the middle of play, just let them come to you. And it sort of helped me give them the space that they need to deal with their emotions before that they come to me, and then we can talk things out.
It's so important to play, and I think a lot of the time, myself even as a parent, you're so focused on getting your children's spellings done, you're focused on getting their reading done, their numeracy, making sure they are where they need to be, but actually playing with them and having that conversation, you learn so much more about them. And I just think play is so important. It's such an important part of their learning, and it's an important part of building their relationship, building their resilience, just having fun and being a kid.
I suppose for Jack, he's quite a quiet child as it is, so any sorts of programs like this really encourages him to sort of tap into his emotions and kind of go, how we're feeling today, you know, and it's okay to feel sad, it's okay to feel frustrated, and kind of encouraging that to talk about it and not bottle it up.
This programme, it really was a great way for to support the staff and the children's, but mainly what I call it, for the children's health and well-being. It was to build up their resilience again, especially what you call it, as was disabled coming out of the COVID with so much restrictions with what they could play with, how they could play, and, you know, don't play with this, don't play with that. So that was all taken out and brought back.
Emotions are things that you feel when you feel something. So, like feelings, happy, sad and angry. Angry, mad, happy, sad. Happy, angry, disappointed, satisfied, and sad. Take 5 breaths and do roller coaster breathing, bumblebee, or 5 star. I could do all 3, but my favourite one would be 5 star. So you start at your thumb, put one up, so you breathe in, you breathe out. Keep on doing that until you get to your last finger. Once you get to your last finger, you would stop shaking, do it without your fingers, and then walk off and say sorry, or you've calmed down and you would like to hug one of your family members to tell them that you have been upset and you would like a hug.
My mommy and daddy, sometimes when I get sad I can hug them. It makes me feel a little bit better.
By going to my room and relaxing. They discuss balls. You use them to relax. I made out of rice and put it in a balloon. So if you felt angry, you'd squeeze it and then you'd feel happy again.